Are you willing to drag your wife to the gutter? Because that's your best defense right now.
I think you can do better than that. Aren't you always saying you're the best?
Your arraignment's in 30 minutes. Are you representing him?
I'm his counsel.
Okay. Hope you know what you're doing.
I already know you represented him in the past.
Yeah, that was the first time that he was charged with rape. Yeah. Mr. Manning doesn't like to have to pay the penalty for his crimes, and he gets especially nasty when he's made to. Especially when he blames you for it. You know what you should do? You should take a look at the transcript of Commonwealth versus Manning, 43615, 1993, and at the rest of his arrest record, which is very long. Do that before you agree to anything else.
I'm not worried.
You are, aren't you, Nora? You don't like losing either, do you? I think you're afraid that's gonna happen.
Wow. Blair's rape kit showed she had sexual relations with someone other than you that night. Who? Do you know?
Yeah, Kevin.
All rise.
Be seated.
Case number 76075. The Commonwealth versus Todd Manning.
The charge is rape, which is a first-degree felony. How does the defendant plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
What is the Commonwealth recommending for bail?
Your Honor, Mr. Manning is a high risk, as you can probably tell from the reports that are placed in front of you. He's a convicted felon with a history of prison breaks. He has falsified his identity. He has kidnapped his children after being denied custody on more than one occasion, and as recently as last week when he took off with his daughter.
Hey, Mel, I brought her back.
Order! Continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. He's a flight risk, and for that reason, the Commonwealth recommends remand.
Ms. Williamson?
If I may, Your Honor. It's true. Todd Manning did leave town with his daughter, but only at her insistence, and he brought her back, despite his daughter's pleas to stay away. No one forced him to. He did it because he believed it was the right thing to do, and because he loves his wife, and he didn't want to cause her anxiety. There is no proof that the defendant raped his wife, as we intend to argue. They may have fought beforehand, but the sexual act in question was consensual. There is no evidence to the contrary, either physical or by witness at this point, and therefore the defense requests that bail be set at a reasonable amount for which my client will be able to post bond. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. I've heard both sides, and I've read the materials. Based on the severity of the charges and the particulars of Mr. Manning's criminal record, I am denying bail. I hereby order Mr. Manning to be moved to the county jail tomorrow morning to await the preliminary hearing.
Your Honor, there's another prisoner, Dr. Troy MacGyver, that is being transported up to county this evening. I strongly urge that Mr. Manning be transported as well at the same time, so he may be well away from his children and his wife.
So be it.
You can't do that.
Just trying to help you.
Right now, my job is to give my client the best possible defense.
Yeah. You get him off, he could rape again.
You don't know that. We don't even know that he raped Blair in the first place.
Oh, my God, please don't tell me you're that naive.
Look, I don't particularly like the guy, and I don't have to. I signed on to defend him, and that's what I'm going to do, all the way to not guilty.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Oh, we'll see.
No, you should know I want Todd Manning put away more than you can possibly imagine.
Well, I respect that, but I'm not going to make it easy for you.
Okay. You've read these. You've read his record. As a woman, is this a man you can trust?
Look, 10 years ago, he was a frat boy football hero. He was a mixed-up kid with a big chip on his shoulder, okay? I know who Todd Manning is and who he was. But I'm looking at this from an attorney's point of view, and that's something you might want to consider trying.
Really? Oh, thank you so much for the advice. I've been looking at this for a long, long time, Evangeline.
I've never lost a case.
Not until now. I'm going to win this one on its merits. Oh, and make no mistake, this is personal.
Your whole case is he said, she said. It's a husband's word against a wife's.
He's a pathological liar with 2 prior rape cases on record.
An unstable woman who shot one of her many former husbands in the back. Todd lied to Blair. He married her under a false identity, Walker Lawrence, and she was furious. And who wouldn't be? Okay, who wouldn't be? She did anything she could possibly do to get him kicked out of her life, and what better way than to bring up a prior act and cry rape?
He lost control. He raped her.
That's debatable. What's irrefutable is the fact that she had sex with 2 men on the same evening.
I don't think that's a crime.
Depends on the jury, and the she's a tramp argument works pretty well.
Oh, do use that. Please, try it. Absolutely.
Listen.
It'll backfire.
Nora, listen to me. Todd is innocent.
I thought so, too. 10 years ago.
I believe Todd.
It's too bad. I thought we could negotiate something here.
A plea bargain?
That's your best chance. I'm going to win this on rape 1. Todd will go away for 20 years.
Then why plead him out?
Because it's going to get ugly. Really, really ugly for everyone.
No deal.
You sure?
Worried about your case?
Cut the act, Evangeline.
Okay, I suppose I owe it to my client to at least listen to your offer.
Okay. He pleads guilty to sexual assault. He does 5 to 10 years.
That's a second-degree felony.
He deserves worse.
Pennsylvania law is slippery on rape, marital rape in particular.
Technically, they weren't married.
Reduce the charge to aggravated indecent assault, maximum sentence 5 years.
A first-degree misdemeanor for rape? No way.
Todd would end up doing the same amount of time, and the odds are greater that he'll take the misdemeanor charge.
He's a repeat offender. The offer is felony 2, or I tear him apart in court. You'll lose your first case, and he'll go away for 20 years. What's it going to be, counselor? I told you this was personal.
I will go talk to the judge about getting the hearing postponed. And I will take the offer to Todd. See if he takes it.
Make him see the light, okay? Because the trial will devastate his kids. Good luck.
I'll be in touch.
I had dozens of chances to walk away from those guards. I never made a move. How can they charge me with attempted escape from custody?
Well, for starters, it was your daughter that planned the whole incident. I mean, you've gotten Starr to do things for you in the past, according to ADA Buchanan.
Yeah, right. Good old reliable Nora. Damn it. I haven't done anything.
Okay, look, I'm going to need you to focus for this next hearing. If you can stay calm, I think that we can get Fitzwater to overrule the decision.
Fitzwater? Are you serious? Fitzwater? She hates me.
Judge Fitzwater.
She presided over my last rape trial.
Judge Fitzwater is fair and impartial, and she will go by the rule of the law.
Oh, did you hear what I said? It doesn't matter. She hates me.
I heard.
Well, great. I got Fitzwater on the bench, and I got Nora leading the charge. You guys will just stick a fork in me now.
Well, you got me, so it can't be that bad.
Well, it's pretty damn close. I know Nora. She'd like nothing else than to see me behind bars the rest of my life. Hey. Do you think I'm guilty?
It doesn't matter what I think.
Oh, that's a typical lawyer's answer.
Well, I'm a lawyer, so I'd like to think I'm more than typical.
Don't try to be funny. I'm asking you what you think.
Okay. I think you changed your whole identity to gain a fresh start with your wife.
So,
So that must mean you love her very much. Maybe even a little obsessively.
why doesn't anyone get it?
Look, it's just not the average person's approach to winning back their spouse, but my job is to present the best case I can, to establish before the court that you're not guilty of the charges brought before them, and that's what I'm going to do.
Well, that's what I hired you to do. You just don't trash Blair to make me look better.
Don't trash Blair. I can't make a promise like that.
Yeah, you can.
My job is to defend you, not to protect Blair. In any rape case, the victim's testimony is key. Believe me, there is no difference here. Blair's testimony will be the center of Nora's entire case, and if I'm to do my job, I have to refute Blair's account of what happened. And the only way I can do that is by casting doubt on her credibility and her character.
And I'm telling you not to.
What am I to do? She's calling you a rapist. You say that you're not, and yet I'm not allowed to question her character or her veracity?
No, you're not.
Why did you
I love
hire
her.
me?
She loves me, too.
She loves you. Well, you know what? She's got a damn funny way of showing it.
Claire, not a word to Todd.
Look, not one word to her, okay? Todd, are you listening to me? Not one word.
Blair, I mean it. I need you to ignore him, all right? You came here to tell your story to the court. Pay no attention to Todd.
Look, I'm just not ready.
All rise. The Superior Court of Lantano County is now in session. The Commonwealth versus Todd Manning. Judge Barbara Fitzwater presiding.
Mr. Manning, you look amazingly different from the last time we were in this courtroom. It is sad to note that the charges haven't changed.
So on New Year's Eve, Mr. Manning, whom you'd already been deceived into thinking was a man named Walker Lawrence, whom you'd recently separated from, followed you uninvited to your aunt's house from the Palace Ballroom.
Yes.
And what happened then?
He forced his way into the foyer.
Get out of here!
We argued. I asked him to leave, and when he wouldn't, I ran up the stairs into my bedroom, and I locked the door.
You ran and you locked the door.
Yes.
So you felt unsafe with Mr. Manning in the house?
Actually, I was a little afraid. But mostly I just wanted to stop the argument. That's why I locked the door.
And Mr. Manning did not leave when you asked him to?
No. He followed me up the stairs. My door was locked. He pounded on it, and when he refused to leave, he kicked the door in.
He kicked the door in and forced his way into your bedroom.
Yes.
I know how difficult this was for you. Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
Cross, Miss Williamson.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mrs. Manning.
Kramer. It's Kramer, not Manning.
Your Honor, the man she married, the defendant, identified himself as Walker Lawrence.
Your Honor, Mr. Manning no longer uses that identity and has reverted back to his
My
original
marriage
name.
to Walker was a fraud.
The marriage is going to be officially annulled at the end of February.
Then after February 28th, I will refer to her as Miss Kramer, but until then, Mrs. Manning. Thank you, Your Honor. Mrs. Manning, with how many men did you have sex on...
Objection!
Shut up. Mr. Manning, I am familiar with your outbursts, and I will not hesitate to remove you from this courtroom. Miss Williamson, control your client.
Do you want me to get the charges against you thrown out or not?
Your Honor, the prosecution is still requesting a ruling on our objection.
Mr. Manning, sit down. Sustained.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Rephrase, Miss Williamson.
Yes, Your Honor. Mrs. Manning, did you have sex with anyone other than Mr. Manning on New Year's Eve?
Yes.
And your husband found out about that, did he not?
Yes.
And having committed adultery, were you at all concerned about losing custody of your children? Did you, in fact, contrive the charges against your husband?
No, I did not.
And is there anyone other than you that can corroborate any of the things that you claim happened on New Year's Eve at your aunt's home?
No.
No. I didn't think so. Thank you, Mrs. Manning.
You may step down.
Your Honor, as you very well know, in most cases of rape, there is no corroborating witness. However, not only is Miss Kramer a convincing and credible witness, her medical examination from Landview Hospital, that's Exhibit 3, corroborates her claim. I believe her testimony establishes a prima facie case of rape against the accused.
Your Honor, There is no physical evidence to establish conclusively that this was anything other than consensual sex between a husband and wife. To move forward at this time would be to waste the taxpayers' money and the court's time. Thank you, Your Honor.
We will take a short recess, but don't go too far.
All rise.
What do you think?